Oh well, the reason why he beats up.
Talking to the mic. We're starting. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Wait.
I'm gonna explain you right now. First
Wait,
thing.
Can I say what I was gonna say first? Like when liberals are like talking about like black children like doing like you know what I mean, like shooting each other, like, oh, that's just antisocial behavior. But I looked at it like a boomer, like you know, like when a boomer hears about when a boomer hears about like a kid having ADHD and they can't sit down, he'll be like, oh, he just needs a couple good ass whoopings. I had like a boomer type of reaction to that, where it's like, oh, they're just antisocial because they haven't got their ass whooped.
Yeah, no, it's antisocial literally just means like you can't
Conform to society.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It doesn't just mean like, oh, like he's on the bleachers all the time.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that because there's this black person that I know that actually posted the white kid, and I'm sorry, the black kid that shot him, and the black kid that shot him, the black kid that shot the white kid innocently in cold blood for the world to know, and the what's his name, Kyle Rittenhouse. Like basically trying to say like, oh, why are people getting mad about this black kid killing an innocent person versus Kyle Rittenhouse who allegedly killed innocent people. That's why I told you, like, I feel like I'm not attacking you either. I'm actually applauding you and attacking you too at the same time. I feel like you're so deep in the sauce, like you know what the truth is, but you kind of forget that like because you consider Kyle Rittenhouse like a liberal, right?
Yeah, because he's middle of the road.
Okay, but
opinion-wise, he's middle of the road, but he was kind of forced to become like a conservative hero.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say because people like normies that subscribe more to like Democrat or leftist or like identity politics, they look at him as like
KKK Proud Boy.
Yeah, like far right. Like they think he's the same as like Nick Fuentes.
Yeah, when we just see it, we're just like, whoa, no, he's like middle of the road. He just happens to believe in
yeah, because like even like I'll show like family members like his tweets and stuff like that. I'm like, look, he's not what you think he is.
Yeah,
and like no, he's just doing that so people don't discover who he really is. Well, he's already being ostracized from society for being what do they call, like, white supremacist, Proud Boy, fucking.
Well, he
buzzword they could think
actually
of.
I haven't looked at him recently. I just remember that when he got acquitted, he couldn't obviously, like, you can't go outside anymore like normally. People recognize you, and obviously if you're like the wrong crowd, there's gonna be someone who's mad at you. Like it's just like inevitable. So it's just I don't know. Yeah, he needs, from what I can tell, I think even what's his name, that one fat black guy, the Kill Tony dude, Dave, what's his name?
David Lucas.
Yeah, he said like, yeah, no, he can't go anywhere by himself. So
that's kind of fucked up though. Like even though we don't agree with his politics,
well, I think I don't blame him, but it's the thing is that,
do you think he's always been like that?
I think he had to be like way more like liberal, but he was like forced to, because of his circumstances and because of the people who supported him. He's like, hey, I gotta be with these guys because these guys gonna be behind my back. Then, well, it's funny because he did he did like have like this meltdown. Like when during the election, he had this meltdown where he said he wasn't gonna vote for Trump because he said that Trump isn't pro 2A or something like that. Let me see.
To what?
Pro 2A, Second Amendment.
Oh, I just said 2-8. I'm like, what? 2-8.
Let me see. Kyle Trump.
You know, and it's funny, like people like David Lucas, like if they're seen with somebody like him, they're like, oh my God, he's a traitor to his own.
Look at this.
Hi, I'm Kyle Rittenhouse, Outreach Director for Texas Gun Rights. A lot of people are upset that I said I'm going to be writing in Ron Paul for President of the United States. And that is true. I will be writing in Ron Paul. Unfortunately, Donald Trump had bad advisors making him bad on the Second Amendment, and that is my issue. If you cannot be completely uncompromisable on the Second Amendment, I will not vote for you, and I will write somebody else in. We need champions for the Second Amendment, or our rights will be eaten away and eroded each day. I support my decision, and I have no takebacks.
So,
You see,
that was if I don't know why, but this feels like an MK Ultra thing where you just like. Cause I think he is more libertarian than he is like Trump, conservative, whatever. But it was just like some weird thing. Like he obviously like he knows people who, because what happened after this is that there was a bunch of people like unfollowing him and everything.
Yeah,
and there was a bunch of people threatening to like not work with him because there's a lot of like Con Inc. people that helped him out. So I think a bunch of people were saying like, hey, you're biting from the hand that feeds. So at any moment, and this was like.
So right, do you think maybe he's in a position where he has to say middle of the ground stuff to appease the masses, but he also has to say Republican things or conservative things to appease the people that basically championed him?
I think he's forced to be more conservative than he.
But that's the point that I'm trying to say is that he's trying to appease the people that basically helped him, and he also wants to say things that are like middle of the road or even, dare I say, kind of liberal or progressive because he wants to appeal to the masses so they realize he's not a monster like they paint him out to be.
I think what it is him
because a lot of leftists do think he's a fucking monster. Like I see this. I seen this girl on her private Snap have like a fucking breakdown that he didn't get locked up and raped in prison. Like that's like I don't know. I think that's what makes you a little bit sympathetic towards him. Are you sympathetic towards him in any way or no?
A little bit, but I don't like what he said about
our guy. Okay, but see, you're letting what he said about our guy. But like,
he just didn't have to say anything at all. Cause
I mean, yeah, that would have been better. But like,
he was freaking out because I think what happened
when I look at the way that normies, when I mean by normies are like left leaning normies, the way they speak about him is like if he was like this fucking
David Duke.
Even David Duke isn't that bad, but but no, they look at him as like the scum of the earth, that he's like the worst person on earth, that he killed innocent people. When Hillary Clinton killed like what?
Unnumberable amount of people.
An innumerable amount of people. Or even look at like this, right? Like Obama blew up Middle Eastern people for fun, right? George Bush probably started it. Well, we know who really started it, but if we're talking about politicians that we know, they basically blew up all these fucking kids in the Middle East to look for weapons of mass destruction, and nobody attacks Obama for that, but will attack Kyle Rittenhouse for defending himself.
Yeah. Again, I am sympathetic, but there's some things where it's like come on, man. Like, so I think what happened is that he, Nick Fuentes, obviously, we're talking about political civil rights activist Nick Fuentes. If you guys don't know, yeah, he's a civil rights activist,
a Latino activist.
Yeah, so he was look at him right here. Jay's what does he have? I can't zoom in well.
That nigga, he has Jordan. What the fuck? Those Jordans are New Balances.
What are New Balances?
Oh, they're New Balances. Yeah, but there's some cool ass looking New Balances though.
Yeah.
That nigga, he does have a sense of style though. I will give him that.
So I guess he was in like a GOP, some GOP member, Texas GOP chair, Matt Rindell or whatever. I guess he was in the office, or he had like a meeting with someone, and I guess like Kyle Rittenhouse was like 2 doors down. I don't know what he was doing, but so because he was there, he had to like give like a that thing.
Is that fucking Martin Shkreli?
No.
That looks like Martin Shkreli right there.
So I guess so I think this was the problem. So he started shitting his pants because
John Doyle, fucking faggot.
So this like liberal site had to like try to do like this whole connection where they're like,
like the mafia.
Yeah, where they go, this guy met this guy, this guy met this guy, and then he had like a meeting, blah blah. And this guy's connected to this guy, and former associates. So they're trying to say like there's like this whole connection and everything. Well, where's Kyle Rittenhouse in it? I don't know, but they're saying that Rittenhouse was like in the same like vicinity. So he had to do like this whole video saying like, or not video. He had to do like a whole letter. I think it was right here. He literally wrote like a whole, or obviously he didn't write it, but like. He is scared, but I think he's more liberal than
conservative.
But he knows that those people are gonna help him out. But he had like that little moment I played earlier. He was just like, I'm not gonna vote for Trump. I don't know. It was weird. The way he said it was weird because after it happened, he like took it back and he said like, I had a few people talk to me. Like I think Charlie Kirk talked to him or something like that. They talked to him and they're like, oh yeah, no, they're wrong. But he was so stupid. He's like, I'm gonna write in Ron Paul. I hate libertarians. Like,
I would consider myself more libertarian.
What are you, fucking Eric July?
No, I just don't want to have to raise another man's child. If we were to completely abolish Planned Parenthood, that's a whole different conversation. Actually, we could get into that maybe a little bit later with the Trent Horn thing, but no, yeah, going back to Kyle Rittenhouse, I think Kyle Rittenhouse deep down in Kyle Rittenhouse's heart, he's just a guy that likes fucking guns.
Yeah.
Right? And he found himself in a situation where he had to defend himself, and now because he has to defend himself, he's the mainstream left throw him into like the white supremacist, Proud Boy, neo-Nazi, skinhead, Groyper. Maybe not Groyper because they're too dumb to know what that is. But they throw him into that group when in reality he's actually like just a fucking dude that likes his guns. But then the conservatives fucking came out and looked out for him, right? So now it's like it's kind of like when you go to jail, right?
Yeah. And you have to be either like Muslim or
you have to be like a Muslim or you have to be a skinhead or something.
Yeah.
That's basically what it was. When he got locked up, he got taken in by the Aryans. Not actually. That's just me being hyperbolic. But no, yeah.
Like, who are you gonna survive with?
Yeah, who are you gonna survive with? Siding with the fucking conservatives, the neocons, or running off with the blue-haired latte drinking?
Well, the only other people he would have probably had were like the libertarians, but I don't think I think the actual libertarian party is like way too like left leaning, like in reality, to do something like that. To like defend to be like, I think even what, like, do you remember what happened when he had the shirt, the Black Rifle Coffee shirt? That's why people hate Black Rifle Coffee, because he had a Black Rifle Coffee shirt. I think he was like somewhere, he was like free somewhere, and he was just like out and about, and he got that thing on it. He was just out and about, and he had a Black Rifle Coffee shirt on, and then like right when it happened, let me see, black. Right when it happened, the official social media account or whatever, like started being like, no, we don't associate with him. We don't have any we don't support Kyle Rittenhouse, blah blah. And this, I don't know if this was after he got it. Yeah, so he had a shirt on, so people were like that's why people hate black. I don't know. Did you know that? That's why people hate Black Rifle Coffee.
Well, I knew liberals hated Black Rifle Coffee.
But you know,
I know these latte drinking. Are you talking about latte drinking liberals? Or are you talking about?
No, do you know conservatives or like some conservatives don't like?
They don't like them because they don't like Black Rifle Coffee because they promoted Rittenhouse, or Rittenhouse was wearing their thing.
Because Kyle was wearing the shirt like right here.
Yeah.
And then right after the he had that picture, they made a little post saying like, oh, we do not have relationships with the 17-year-old facing charge in Kenosha, like fucking pussies, like.
Oh, that's why conservatives.
They denounced him.
That's what I'm saying. They denounced him for wearing a shirt in the picture.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know conservatives didn't like it. I thought you were talking about liberals, because you know how like liberals don't like Chevy trucks and stuff like that.
I don't think they know Black Rifle Coffee exists. Liberals know Black.
Well, I mean, we should do a poll. Do liberals know Black Rifle Coffee exists?
Put in the comments. Do you know a liberal that knows about Black Rifle Coffee?
But like you know how liberals have like a natural disdain for anything conservatives like?
Yeah.
Like wearing camouflage, for example, right? They're like, oh, he thinks he's in the army, or oh, he thinks he's in the woods.
I don't know. I feel like they remember during the Kamala Harris thing where they try to like make like they try to like lean into that, like the redneck thing. You don't remember that? Like they had people wearing the
like Carhartt and Bass Pro.
No, they made a version of the, you know, like how you have the MAGA hat with the high vis and the camouflage.
Yeah.
They made like a Kamala Waltz. So it's like the third option. Yeah. So there are a bunch of people wearing this, and they were trying to make it cool. It was mainly because of the Waltz dude. Like he tried saying that he was like super redneck, and
I feel like there's some faggot that really thinks that they ate with that.
Yeah, their daughter.
I'd fuck the shit
Look
out
at Billie Eilish is wearing it.
Dude, I'd fuck Billie Eilish in that hat.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. They were trying to. I don't know. I feel like they were trying to take it back, but they only did it for like a millisecond. Then they went like, ew. I don't. Ew, I don't want that.
Okay, I want to get into one of our main topics, but I was gonna say, if you ever, it's funny looking at this picture. I don't know if you're gonna show it on the pod itself, but have you ever seen like old Democrat guys when they go hang out with like, let's say, young Democrats, and like the girls are like half fucking naked?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That was like that. I think that was all of like what the DNC was.
Yeah, like some like 50, 60-year-old guy in like a suit, and then like one of his supporters is like wearing like nothing, like lingerie. With an
Yeah, we
American
need to
flag.
go. We need to go to. We should have went to the DNC that one time.
Hey, shout out to Matt Walsh for going to the DNC. I still like Matt Walsh. What do you think about him?
Sorry, I was distracted. I don't know.
I like Matt Walsh.
I think he's too like. I don't know. I think he's too annoying to like be an actual person. I think that movie, the movie that they did, it would have been better if what's it called?
Myron
If they
Gaines
got
did
no,
it.
if they had like someone actually funny, because he's not actually funny. He like his whole joke is that he just has
I think he's funny. He has like the dry pan millennial humor.
it's not funny.
Sorry.
Maybe it's funny to millennials, but I didn't find it funny. So they probably went broke over putting that movie. Because I remember when we went to go see that movie, and there was like
one chud sitting there with
Yeah.
us.
And then he like held the door for us. He's like, oh, I guess he's not that bad. But anyway, talking about standing up for yourself. Why Brazy? Who's Why Brazy? You might be asking.
White Brazy, a Latino comedian.
He might be the funniest comedian of Gen Z.
You think so?
If he keeps on.
I think Jack Doherty's the funniest. No, I was kidding. I thought it was funny when he crashed his car.
Well, I don't know if he has like comedic chops, but he is like funny on some level. I'm talking about White Brazy, by the way. But yeah, he's I found him on Instagram.
I sent you a bunch of his stuff because
Yeah.
like do you remember that thing about that one reel where he's like an obviously older man trying to go out with like a younger woman, a fucking teenage freshman? That's his YouTube channel.
Yeah, his comedy is like very well, I guess anyone can
Ironic?
be into it. No, I guess it's ironic, but it's like you can really only understand it. It's one of those things where I don't know if it sounds like retarded, but you can really only understand it if you're like a fucking Mexican.
Yeah, you only understand it if you're Mexican because the type of phenotypes, the type of like characters that he plays in his
Yeah.
videos all fit stereotypes within the Mexican neighborhood.
They only make sense if like either you went to like a high school with like Hispanic kids, or like you're around them, or if you are one. I feel like that's the main like core demographic of people he's hitting, and he like some of the ones he does, they're kind of like surreal. Like some of the skits he does, I guess they're skits, but they're real. But like some of the skits he does, they're just like him reenacting like.
Go to the
that,
one. See if you can find the one. Can you see? You know where he's wearing the Cheeto hoodie, and he's like trying to pick up an underage chick.
Yeah.
Not literally. Obviously, it's a joke.
The joke is that he's in
The joke is that he's a super senior trying to go out with the freshman. And obviously, if you grew up in America and you went to high school, you actually
I'm dumb.
finished-
I'm looking through his YouTube shorts when I have Instagram logged in on here. Sorry, I was too busy looking at
You're too busy
hot
gooning.
Democrats.
You're looking at hot Democrat. Bro,
Hot Democrats.
honestly,
in this area.
Kamala was fucking hot when she was young. She still is hot to this day.
You see that one where she looks like where they photoshopped her working at McDonald's?
Yeah, I seen that.
Oh, why? Isn't a fill in for me? Okay.
Yeah, it's like he's wearing Cheeto. A Cheeto
Reels.
outfit.
Reels.
Are you really keeping it real when you go to Instagram Reels?
It's on his second Why Brazy 2, right?
Yeah. Because he has two channels or two things.
So I think the main ones he puts on are on.
Or full on.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
right
yeah.
there. Yeah.
So I run the exposed pages, and someone told me that it was your titties. Is this you? Oh no, it is you. It is, okay, show me right now that it's not you. Hey, I like your to be honest, but you never gave me a to be honest. Like what's up with that?
Oh my
Like,
God!
give
Can you
me
pause
the
that? Okay, so to be honest,
Give me the.
so to be honest was like this thing that people used to do. I know you were like,
Yeah, no, I'm tapped out.
yeah. So people would like pull on their stories, and be like, swipe up for a TBH, right? like niggas would do that, or females would do that, obviously to court. This is like I'll try to explain it to you. You know how like a fair lady would drop her handkerchief,
Yeah.
and the knight would grab it and be like, "My lady, you dropped this." And then like, "Oh, you're quite beautiful. Can I see you on 5 o'clock the afternoon?" That's basically what this was. But on Snapchat, girls would put like, "Oh, swipe up for a TBH." Obviously, if you're an ugly ass nigga, they would if they were nice, they'd be like, "To be honest, you're really funny." Or they'll say like, now if they were into, they'd be like, "To be honest, you're really cute and you're really funny. I hope we could be friends." So that right there, that would be like, boom. You know what I mean? Now, now here's the thing. Corny niggas would post on their story, swipe up for a TBH to try to court some woman's attention. That's what that is.
How old was this? Like, what, was this like a trend during?
This is probably around 16, 17.
Oh my god.
This is back before people had self-awareness.
Oh yeah, because this comment's like 2010 to 2015.
Oh my god. I didn't even see that.
About Women Crush Wednesday, but you didn't even like that. You didn't even
Oh my god.
Yeah, I remember that
WCW?
one. Yeah, I remember that one, but I think I came when that term was like losing its relevancy.
Okay, let's keep going.
Yo, Joe, stop laughing. I'm thinking you like my Women Crush Wednesday, and you didn't even like it, bro. You didn't even post it on your story. What the fuck is with that, bro? And then when I posted my own. I posted rate my crib. You liked it, but you didn't rate me. You didn't rate my outfit. You're like, that's not cool. I'm like, OTTD. Okay, this is my OOTD. What you think? Rate it. Live in person right now. Hey, I thought your cake picture was all black. Are you okay? No, yeah, there's hella snakes. There's hella snakes all around. Like, I get that. When I feel like there's hella snakes, I also just go black. Like, I delete everything. Like, I don't want to talk to nobody. Like, hit me up if you have my phone number. Because if you don't have my phone number, then you're not a day one for real. I'd rather be lonely. Like, I'd rather be carried by 12. No, bro.
I remember pause. I remember like niggas like, especially like, it would be niggas that like have zero involvement in street life that would post shit like that, where it's like, I'd rather be carried by 6 than taken by 12. It'll be like some corny ass photo of like SpongeBob in a coffin being carried by like all the cast of SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Or it'll be like some like over exaggerated like gangster kind of like comic.
Yeah.
I love this shit. But I want the underage one. That was the funniest one.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw this one before.
I shouldn't say underage, but.
Oh yeah, is this one?
Oh, I think that is the one.
I missed this shit! Yo, Saturday, I've been seeing your TikToks. When we gonna make one? Oh, taste it. I'm gonna take it first, and then you take a second, and you gonna take the whole thing, and then we're gonna get another one, and you're gonna take the whole thing again too, and then we're gonna have some fun. I run like 7 exposed pages, bro, all across the whole county in different high schools. Bro, I got a new dance move. It's this one. They send me stuff all the time, and then I leak it, and then I get paid to leak it. Yeah, I'm the one running it, bro. So if you know someone, send it to me, and I'll do it. I dropped out like 7 years ago, but I'm trying to get my classes back. But since they said it was too late for orientation, then I had to go to adult school. But then I was like, nah, because like I missed the old times, so I'm trying to go back to the old times, because I'm listening to shit, bro. When you get here, it's gonna be your jumping, huh? Oh, okay. I can shave it off. I can shave it all off. They won't even know I'm that old. Is that an age limit to a quince? Oh, I'm 22. You're 16. That's 6 years apart. That's not bad. That's like a world
Based.
I can do this.
I think the appeal is that he's taking things that happened that it's kind of universal for people.
Oh, that's a funny one. The one with the jacket.
And he's like
making like a. Can I use like philosopher terms?
Yeah.
He's using like postmodern like ironic humor to like poke fun at like the cringy shit we did when we were in school during that time, and we were really unself-aware and we were unself-aware how cringy we looked. Cause like this skit right here is when he acts like I don't know what you would call this persona, but you would call it like the kid that thinks he's hard getting yelled at by the teacher, so he has to yell back to reclaim his manhood.
Yeah.
His machismo.
Late. I'm not even late. Okay, I'm going 5 minutes ago, but I was in the bathroom. No, I'm not going. What? I'm not even on my phone. Oh my god, bro, you always do this shit. I wasn't even talking. No, I'm not gonna put my phone away. Do you pay my phone bill? You don't pay my phone bill. You don't pay my phone bill at all, so why would I give it to you? No, I'm gonna put it away. I wasn't even talking.
All right, but yeah, so that's kind of like the appeal. He gets these things that like actually happened, and I actually didn't think about that. I just thought he was doing it like the things that he's like recording or like kind of reenacting are kind of like more of a nostalgia thing where he's like, oh yeah, remember like back in the day, like everyone was like stupid. You should do like stupid ass things like this, and then he's putting like this like melodramatic music behind it to I don't know, make it kind of emotional. Cause yeah, it's funny, but also it's like,
but it's almost sad.
Your thing makes sense too. Is that like a lot of some of the things are like that stupid ass thing that like or the stupid ass person that you didn't know that you're stupid when you did it, but now you're looking back on it as like, yeah.
And it's cringe. And then it's funny that he plays the melodramatic music.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Can we get esoteric with it?
Yeah, sure.
So, because it's funny because a lot of these kids, they grow up to be fucked up in the future.
Yeah.
So, for him to put that music while putting like a...
this one is like the best one, I think.
Scotty Bang has an OnlyFans. There's an agency that grabs all the Latino content creators and then they tell them what to say and what to do. But they gave them hella money so they could promote stuff that they don't need to promote because they don't care.
Oh no, that was another one, but yeah, I think you're right. You're he's like highlighting people that he knows are like fuck ups, but like
poking fun.
Yeah.
Poking fun at it and like trying to make like a meta kind of statement about the abolition of man.
I don't know. I just think
and it's funny because a lot of those kids, like the one, remember when he was wearing the blue jacket, and he's like, "Bro, I'm not even on my phone." Any kid that grew up, like, okay, I'm gonna talk about Chicago, right? If you grew up on the south side of Chicago, especially if you went to school like Hispanic kids, everyone knew that one kid that would always be into it with the teacher. Bro, I wasn't even on my phone. But you know what? Whatever, I'm leaving anyways. Fuck this class. And some of them would get like crazy and they'll like throw a fucking chair.
Yeah.
It was crazy, dude. But all those kids grew up to be fucking losers.
I mean, yeah, it just makes light of things.
That's a very long introduction we did.
But yeah, but I don't know. I mean, you might be like the best comedian.
I think so.
Of Gen Z, but
I've been pondering it. I think
so.
But
I think one of the reasons why is because he takes like, I want to say he's like overly like edgy, but he takes like taboo like things that like
taboo phenomenons that were going on while we were teenagers.
Yeah. And
he pokes fun out of it because a lot of us, unfortunately, we were that guy. We were that guy.
Or they didn't have any like self-awareness.
Yeah, they didn't have any self-awareness because some of us were that guy at fucking second period saying, "Hey, where my hug at?"
Yeah. Yeah, that might be the reason why he's one of the funniest comedians. Like he has an edge to him. That's what. But also, there's like a hint of like sincerity to his comedy. But anyway, so we're talking about him today because recently, it seemed like 2 weeks ago, he kind of got into a little bit of drama,
controversy
with how do you pronounce this?
Let me see.
Todo
Chico. No, Todo Cheeto.
So
basically, I don't know what the context was behind the podcast, but he asked them, what is the question? Something along the lines of like,
I'm gonna play it right here. I'm gonna play it right here.
Well, can I just explain a little bit? Basically, he just asked them like, do you guys think that being conservative is racist? And they're basically saying that being conservative is racist. Now, okay, I think after that long intro that we did talking about our political views, obviously the stuff that we believe is fucking light years away from what these fucking liberal snowflakes believe in. And for him to even like ask that question, I mean, I think that gives hope a little bit. That, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because
and he's bigger than all of them, and watch, he's gonna be like another David Lucas. God is my witness. Give him like 10, 20 years or 15 years, he's gonna be the next David Lucas. He's gonna be like, bro, Trump wasn't even that bad back then. He wasn't even that bad. But he's like, in 10 years, 10, 15 years.
I think he's probably too young. He's still kind of testing the waters, and I think he's in, where is he in? He's in
Cali. But he's in, like, Bay Area.
Yeah, Bay Area,
yeah.
So, I think it's that thing where it's like, if you're around California for too long, like, you're gonna, it's the same thing happened with us. We had, like, this mentality that just, like, stuck with us, so it's hard to get out of that. But if he gets opportunities elsewhere, he'll probably grow out.
He'll grow out of it a lot faster, and he's at the right. I think he's our age. I think he's our age, or like a year younger or a year older.
But anyway, so this podcast.
Well, basically, I was gonna say that he's at our age, and niggas our age are just starting to wake up to politics. See, like we're light years ahead.
Yeah.
But these guys are barely starting to get into it. You know, not to get biblical, but I think that like we should like remember that like they're getting the milk and we've eaten the meat. We ate the meat, they're getting the milk, and we should be us as far right extremists. We should have some sympathy for for people like that.
People are gonna realize that we're using that term ironically, but I was gonna bring up like the podcast.
No, I want to talk about. I want to preface it.
No, but you kind of just brought I'm talking about like the actual like the group, because I don't know how to explain it, but like.
Oh, you're sympathizing for the group.
No, I'm not sympathizing for the group. I'm saying like what podcast was he on? Because we can't just say he was on a podcast. It was like
I don't want to give them any credit, but fuck it.
But to explain the scenario he's in, he's surrounded by like 3 like LA. I think he's in LA, like LA, like Hispanic. All of them are liberal. Like that. Those like what are they called? Are they called Chicanos?
Yeah, like Chicano activists.
Yeah, so those type of people. He's surrounded by like 3 of them. He at least feels somewhat comfortable because at least they're all like his own race on some level.
Yeah, I mean, he even has a Modelo right there in the corner.
Yeah, so I think he felt like way too comfortable in this scenario, so he wasn't like.
Oh, yeah, that does make sense. Where he probably felt like, because maybe he's not media trained.
Maybe yeah.
Because like how like we say unhinged.
But these guys are lived out.
He just didn't realize it.
These guys are lived. He thought, like, oh no, they're cool. Cause you know how you talk to like you know what I mean, right?
No, I know what you mean.
You talk to some people, and then it's like, yeah, no, we like.
I'm not gonna say it, but you know what I meant to say.
Like stuff like that. Like it. Like you can just say like you can just be blunt, but then so these guys have like, I saw like a few of their clips. They're like totally washed. Like, well. They probably don't think that they're washed, but they have stuff on like ABC, and their whole thing is like they're like the young Latino.
They're like the young Turks, but for Hispanics.
They're like the young Latino like source for everything.
Yeah.
And so
is that fucking? Oh, I thought that was Jenna Ortega. My bad.
No.
Be nicer to no Sabo kids, man. You guys could go fuck yourself. These are like these people
so
are the
like
nastiest towards Los Sabos. Well, people like them.
Let's see what this one says.
Gus, the music video is very LA, and I remember he was getting some criticism about how he doesn't represent enough of the Mexican Latino culture. But I thought it was really cool that he actually took that criticism and did something. He featured
he put like little Spanish things in his album,
just Chicano style in there, and that's really cool. And then the album itself features multiple Latino artists. For those of you who aren't from LA, there's kind of this outcry and there's this demand for more representation.
Yeah, no. We understand. We understand where they're coming from now, or like
they're liberal Hispanic
they're
guys.
Woke. I hate using that term, but they probably say that they're woke too.
They're woke Latinos, basically.
That's their niche. So he's in this podcast. He's probably just. I haven't watched and like the whole thing. Obviously, I didn't watch like most of it leading up to. I just saw someone timestamped like the whole like beef or whatever.
Yeah. So
basically,
can we preface the question, or do you just want to let him explain it himself?
I'm just gonna play it right now.
Why Brazy? Do you want it to know?
Huge. But then there's Orange County, and then which is like Huntington Beach.
So Orange County is not LA.
Well, what do you think her body count is?
I don't consider it. If anything, if there is beef, I always thought it was more between LA and OC, because OC is racist. They're always like,
I didn't see this part. Did you?
No, I didn't. I just completely went over my head.
It's now it's fucking this dude's fault. Cause I thought he just went like, man, like, do you think conservatives are like?
Oh, you thought he was being a dumb spick, but like this guy was like trying to take shots at a more conservative community.
No, yeah.
Basically, like us taking shots at like I don't fucking know.
Beverly?
Northwest Indiana, because they're a lot more conservative. Okay.
They're very racist.
They are.
So, do you guys think that being a conservative is racist?
I just heard that part when I first listened to it. I thought he just like randomly brought it up.
Do you think White Brazy? I'm not saying he's on our level of.
No, I just think
But do you think he's tapped in a little bit? Well, off the grid.
I remember that he made like a clip or a skit where he was kind of like making fun of Fresh and Fit. Mm-hmm. So he's at least aware of them, but.
Oh, maybe do you think he's tapped in? I'm not talking he's tapped in with them boys. That's not like that. I'm talking about he's tapped in enough to know that Trump isn't that bad. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
We gonna keep playing the.
Oh yeah.
I think there's a lot of things that Honestly, yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Really?
Wait, what did you say? Being conservative is racist?
Like, do you think
They have a
being
Twitter
conservative
or an
is
X.
racist?
I think
like,
that,
if someone has conservative values,
but
is
I
that
guess,
racist?
I guess for me, I'm just like, what conservative values? Because I feel like right now, the way I see
You made a
it is
video
like,
like that?
well, the people that you're supporting are pretty openly racist. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like I personally think Donald Trump is racist, right? And I'm kind of like, well,
So what I think he was mainly trying to say with this is that just because you have like traditional values doesn't mean that you're racist. Because this guy
Within White Brazy is trying to say that.
Yeah, but he I think what you're gonna say this, but he has like the understanding, but he doesn't know how to explain it to them.
I have that issue because I'm a minority.
Yeah, just because they have like the emotions, or they have the understanding, but they don't have like the whole like kid and caboodle to be like, no, it's because what did this guy say? This guy just said like, oh, basically what he said was that all white people are racist. I assume, or not assume, I know Orange County is like majority white area. So what he was saying is that most white people are racist. Now this guy, he doesn't want to. White Brazy doesn't just want to come in and be like, so you think all white people? Because he probably feels in his heart that like, oh no, I know people from Orange County or whatever. I know they're not racist.
Yeah.
But he did like the light thing. Cause I do that sometimes with liberals when I talk to them. They do like the light entrance where you go like, whoa. So do you think?
Yeah, you hit them with a Charlie Kirk, where it's like, so are you saying that all white people are racist?
Or yeah, but you said you hit it. You kind of like go way back. So he just starts with conservatives because it's like conservative is like
It's a broad.
it's a broad term.
Yeah.
Because you can say people who are like, you can say like my dad's conservative because he doesn't want
Yeah, my dad's conservative because he got mad that two niggas was kissing in Eternals.
Yeah, you can say that. Like the broad thing. He wasn't trying to say, oh, so you think all white people are just like racist? Because that's what this guy's trying to say. He's trying to say everyone in Orange County is racist because they're all white.
Yeah.
But
if you're kind of being like, yeah, I'm with that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, what else do you leave me with? You
What
know
the fuck
I
are
mean?
you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, can you stop this real quick? I'm sorry. I'm having this is my first time having a meltdown on the pod. But no, like that's why, like, how do I say this? I had to like unfollow a lot of like Latino pages on Instagram and Facebook because all it is just full of like, oh my god, look at Trompas. His hair is coming off. He looks stupid. I don't know why the white people want to vote for it. It's stupid, like low tier arguments like that they make. Like, yeah, all the gringos they want us to cut their lawn, but they don't want us to have education. Like, are you fucking retarded? And it's like people like us are like, because we're fucking tapped in on the whole we're tapped in on the
class inequality. That's
Yeah.
what we're tapped in on.
yeah.
The class disparity.
The class disparity. We know that the class disparity isn't between whites and Hispanics and blacks. It's between and everybody else and Indians.
Yeah.
And it's funny too that they call Trump racist when he's literally letting in all these fucking Indians. Like, Indians are browner. Like, that's another. Indians are brown, right? They're not fucking Catholic. They're Baha'i. They're Sikh. They're Zoroastrian, and they're Hindu, right? I had to do a little brain flex right there, right? A little geography flex. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Trump gave a lot of like he posted the Virgin of Guadalupe.
Yeah.
You know, for Mexicans, like,
They got mad because he said "Happy Birthday, Mary" instead of the Guadalupe.
well, okay. I mean, most Protestants call Mary or the Virgin Mary Mother Mary.
But But the thing is that he posted on like the holiday, I assume.
Yeah.
But then people were like, "Oh, he's being culturally insensitive because you know that."
Oh,
But it's like-
they tried.
Yeah, all these like agnostic, atheist Mexicans. That was an S word. I mean, no,
What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say.
Spick?
I was gonna say that, but I'm not trying to like attack them right now. At least.
Yeah, like the agnostic, liberal,
Yeah.
sissy Latinx.
like
Just call
these
them
guys,
Latinx.
these guys.
Yeah.
These guys. You're like, no, don't you know it's called Guadalupe? But there's like, bro, you never probably prayed to her.
They pray to Santa Muerte. That's who they. Do you know who that is?
Is that the drug dealer one?
That's a skeleton.
Oh, the pagan one.
Yeah. So you do. Okay, I'm gonna go off the goop a little bit, but I'm gonna try to like stop myself from getting too crazy. My dream is to like
I
Like,
thought you were gonna talk about one of the dreams that you had. 'Cause remember the one time you said where you were like astral projecting?
I don't remember that. I was probably fucking coked
You
out of
don't
my
remember
mind.
saying that?
No. But so you know how Zerka's like against you know how he like goes on crusades against like Protestants or like Muslims or like
Freemasons.
atheists or Freemasons. I don't have issues with Freemasons. Actually, I kind of agree with some of their points, but the two people that I really want to go after, because I'm going to keep studying theology, psychology, esotericism, and all that, and philosophy. My dream is to go after the Sana Muerte followers and the Hebrew Israelites.
Like you want to have like full scale like debates with them.
Debates with them, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My dream is to put them in jail. In the words of Charleston White, some niggas wake up thinking about fighting. When I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking about putting the niggas in jail. My dream is to put a nigga in jail. We're going back to the podcast.
Hopefully it's mentally.
Type shit. Hey, no, you know, like, no, I mean, I feel like if you're a conservative, you know, I feel like, damn, why did I ask this? Wait, what's your answer actually?
I feel.
Yeah, he felt really comfortable. I could tell. He was just like, he probably it's like one of those things you ever go to like. Not this ever happened, but you know, yeah, you actually do. This probably happens to you. Do like you go to like a liberal and you go like, do you actually think this is real? Like, do you actually like believe?
Like, do you actually believe that white people are?
Yeah.
Are
that's what he was trying to say. He was trying to say like, is it what it seems? And he went like, yeah, it is what it seems. I believe that all these fucking people are racist.
all these whites are trying to kill us?
I believe Donald Trump's racist.
I feel like a lot of the conservative values and like ideas are very racist and like.
Well, I mean, I think this bitch is fucking stupid.
Yeah,
This bitch, she needs to go to the kitchen and make me coffee, grab me a bottle of water, right? So I think when she's fucking stupid, because let me tell you why she's a stupid fucking bitch. So the reason why she's a dumb fucking bitch is that like Mexican culture, and you know this. I mean, I know you're not as tapped in obviously as I am, but you know that Mexican culture is very conservative, very traditional.
Yeah.
So it's like, where are you getting this shit from? The only thing that we don't, you know what's the one thing we don't have in common with white people?
What? The skin tone?
Well, other than the skin tone, because there's dark-skinned fucking Italians, you got Albanians, Armenians, right? They're considered white. But I'm not even talking about the skin. I'm talking about the illegal immigration.
Yeah.
The fact that we come here illegally. Because if you've been around enough like Italians, especially Italians, I'm gonna attack the Italians for a minute. A lot of them, like, they'll put up an Italian flag before they put up an American flag. And it's like, motherfucker, you're not in Italy. Same thing with Polish people. There's like Polish people like, oh, I'm Polish. I put up the Polish flag. I'm like,
have you seen that?
Yes, in my neighborhood. Yes.
Like, Italian?
Yes. Nigga, drive by. You just don't notice it because you don't drive in the neighborhoods. You drive more in like the main streets.
Yeah.
Yes, that they have their shit there. My neighbors don't speak English, so like, you know, like when you have to, because you don't speak Spanish. So like, you know, when you have to struggle to tell like a Mexican person like, hey, can you move your fucking car? You're like, movo the carro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to do that with my neighbors because they're like, are you having a good day? Because they're Italian, they're straight from Italy. They don't speak fucking English. I would argue that they're assimilated, but they don't speak English. They're very poor English. So, where's I going with that?
I thought that Italians were the ones that are the most assimilated. Like,
I would argue they're out of all the whites, I think they're the least assimilated. And then right next to them are the Polacks, and then right next to them are the Ukrainians.
But when it comes to like immigrants,
okay, if you're talking about immigration,
of people who immigrated to America, after America was founded, all that. I'm not counting like white Protestants.
Yeah, but I was gonna get into that. I was gonna get into like these
because they created the culture. They created the American culture. Do you agree with that, or are you gonna say?
No, I agree with that 100%.
So
the fighting Irish,
yeah,
that's not American culture.
Yeah,
like I said what I said. My defense of people.
Yeah, that's why we call it WASP, American culture. They created the culture.
That's real American culture.
Yeah.
Even redneck.
That's
Even redneck
real.
culture.
Yeah.
Because it comes from the white Protestants.
Yeah. So, out of all the races that came to America,
You think that the Irish and the Italians and Ellis Island,
Yeah.
you think that they assimilated more to the WASP culture as opposed to the Mexican culture, right?
was the Mexican culture there?
Well, Mexican culture was already in America.
Okay.
That's okay. Like I don't want to be like these guys and be like, oh, did
No,
you
no, I
know?
was generally asking because I was like,
Because I don't want to be one of these guys. Like, oh, you know, Latinos were in America before it became America. It's true what they're saying, but this is where I differentiate from. This is where I split off from their beliefs, right? So there's this fringe group on the internet called like Hispanismo, right?
Yeah.
Where basically they believe that Mexicans belong in America. Pause. Not because it's their indigenous right to belong in America. Because if you ask these faggots right here about why Mexicans belong in America, they'll say they work hard and they're indigenous, right?
Yeah.
I say no. Because we have Spanish ancestry, because we're European, because of manifest destiny, we belong in America, right?
Yeah.
So that's my thing, but going back to their thing is that, where's gonna go with that? Is that the conservative values of the Mexican culture is very similar, if not the same, as white culture.
Yeah,
What I mean by white culture, I'm not talking about WASP, because we know the difference between a Guinea and a Mick and a Polak and a fucking WASP. We know the difference. They don't know the difference. So what I would tell them is that our values are almost verbatim the same as fucking white people. The difference is we believe in illegal immigration.
Well, that's the main thing that this guy is trying to get at.
I don't think he's trying to get at that at all.
That's the main thing sorry, I misworded. That's the main thing that I think he's hiding is that you know how that when we say something like we say, oh, like pull your pants, and they go like, oh, you're being you just say the N word already. This guy is trying to
gaslighting.
This guy is being anti-white, but he doesn't want to admit it. That's why the first statement he said in this clip that we played, he said, "Oh, Orange County, it's all racist." That's so he's trying to position it as being all white people are racist, but he doesn't want to admit that.
Yeah, it's funny because
he's not being straightforward about his opinion.
Yeah,
White Brazy's being honest. I think what White Brazy's trying to say is that, what he's coming at is that you can be a conservative and not be like racist, or being conservative isn't uniquely like a white thing in America. But he can't phrase it because he don't got no computers. Yeah. Wait, is that how you say that? No, he don't have internet. He don't got no internet, so he don't know no better.
Transphobic, like a lot of their ideals, right?
Fucking bitch.
If you're
I beat
about,
the
like,
fuck out of her. IRL.
I feel like
this is a
maybe
threat.
Some of them have those conservative values, and then there's like the other ones who probably don't. But I think those are extremely different things.
Well, yeah, she literally said nothing. She's like, oh, well, there's this and there's that.
Then it don't make no sense.
The way I also see it is like I think there's people who are like, nah, I'm conservative, and they'll be like this.
The problem with this, I already know this is their whole thing. Even when White Brazy, all four of them, their whole stick is they only know what they only talk from personal experience. They only talk from anecdotal experience.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think anecdotal evidence is valid. But the issue is, I guarantee to you, they're only ever around Mexican people.
Yeah.
And if they're around white people, it's like posh, liberal, sissy white people and black people.
So that's why when they see like Orange County, they're like, oh, fuck these guys.
This and that, right? And I'll give you an example. So, do you remember when the Washington football team, they're called that now, but before they were considered racist.
Actually they're called the Washington Commanders.
Wait, is that what they're called now?
Yeah, it actually sounds more racist. I don't know why. It just sounds more Commanders.
What are you commanding? These nuts?
Yeah.
wait, hold up. This is me whenever I have to censor out you in the podcast.
Before they were considered racist.
We pause it.
Look at this. When did you?
I didn't want to say it because people consider it a slur.
Look at this fucking dude. I didn't want to say it because
look at his fucking face. Wait, when you edit this, bro, I hope you remember this. Can you like zoom in on his faggot ass face?
Yeah. I didn't want to say it because people consider.
Could you zoom in really close when you do the video?
Let me take a.
Yeah, take a screenshot. But it's funny. But it's funny because like, I feel like, you know what pisses me off about liberal Latinos?
It's like they're like politically correct. Like,
well, obviously.
No. But it's like to like stupid things. Like they'll be like,
yeah. Like they'll be like, I don't want to say the word.
What does it matter to you? Like,
yeah, it doesn't apply to you. Are you a fucking Chippewa Indian? Are you a fucking a Pueblo Indian? Are you a fucking Comanche? They're so stupid. They probably don't even know who the fuck Chippewa and Comanche. I love history, by the way. I don't know if I've ever said that on the podcast before, but yeah, you know what I mean. But what I was gonna say, what pisses me off the most about liberal Latinos is that they have like the articulation.
Yeah, they like the big words and everything.
They have the big words. They have the basic knowledge on politics, but they're like, I don't know if they're either brainwashed or if they're blissfully ignorant towards.
I think they're.
Or do you think it's both?
I think they never considered the other side.
So they're the same as like those conservatives that they talk about. Oof,
yeah,
got them.
They're like closed-minded, but they don't realize that they're closed-minded.
Damn. So they're the same as those fucking white people that they be talking about.
Yeah, so because they got the whole script fed to them, and they never really thought to think outward, like outside. Like this, they did when he asked that question. Do you think all conservatives are racist? They're probably shook. Like they're like, of course. Well, where to begin? Of course they're racist. Like they don't even have good responses. Really, they have to bring up like the worst.
Can you imagine if they got like Nick Fuentes on the show?
Oh my gosh,
they'd probably fucking like die on the spot.
Yeah, they'd be like, wow, how's that your last name? But
how do you Fuentes? Well, how do you Fuentes? Are you talking about white people and you thought your last name is Fuentes?
They start having their accent be thicker out of nowhere just to show off.
And then Nick Fuentes is like, you guys want to come to my picnic later? Remember when he said that? Picnic?
No, I don't remember that.
What?
Is that like a popular clip that he said?
Yeah, it was like a small clip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, my family, we call it a picnic.
It's like a native.
This gets gayer.
He's just media trained. That's the problem.
We're not media trained.
These guys, I feel like it's because. Remember how I showed you earlier? These guys have like clips of them being on like ABC and everything. You didn't see that?
Yeah. Plus, you know what I think it also is? Okay, look. You know what I think it is, bro? Fuck that ABC clip. I'm going to tell you what it is, right?
All right.
They were probably, this is me assuming, these kids were probably on the honor roll teams or honor roll, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, right? I'm using anecdotal evidence. I'm acting just like these faggots. But, like, when I started getting red-pilled was probably, I'd say, like, late junior year, beginning of senior year, right? So, like, let's say there was, like, a girl. She was like, I believe in feminism because it's a woman's right to choose. Women are not being paid the same as men. And you want one? I was going to drink it. All of them. I'll give you some.
Don't lose your train of thought. Don't lose your train of thought.
We'll go get a glass because I actually do want to drink these all.
Don't lose your train of thought, bro.
So this video is sponsored. No, I'm not gonna say it.
Don't lose your train of thought. I need to get these.
That's fine. Just leave them in there for flavor. I don't mind sharing with you. It's just I actually really wanted to.
Okay, don't keep on talking. Keep on talking.
Okay, so
I got it. Keep
so
keep on talking.
What were we talking about? So
we're talking about
it's enough.
The honor roll kids.
Okay, so like. So basically, when I was like becoming red pilled, right?
So fucking greedy, bro. I'm sorry.
Okay, can I just say what it is?
What?
Well, okay, I'm drinking fucking beer right now, and I wanted to keep it because I wanted to get a buzz before the end of the night. But it's good shit. When I started getting red pilled, like I knew in my head that feminism was bad, and I started figuring out, wait, illegal immigration actually isn't good, right? So I started figuring all this shit, but I couldn't word it. And I feel like what I went through is what this nigga's going through.
Yeah.
Like he can't quite articulate a point. But because these guys were on honor roll and they took a couple classes at
they read a few books.
They read a few books like The House on Mango Street.
Yeah.
Or Becoming Naomi Leon, or Esperanza Rising. These are all like fucking
Yeah.
spick ass books that they made.
Yeah,
us read.
I read the first one.
Mount Mango Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they read these books and they were like, "Oh my god, like this is crazy," and then they just went on from there. Yeah, I hate honor roll kids. Like all the kids that did good in school, I just fucking hate them as adults.
They all suck now.
Yeah, they're all fucking stupid.
Remember the one that I sent you?
You don't have to say. Wait,
Yeah,
do we
I
know
wanna
him?
say- I don't- no, I
Wait,
wanna
just,
say his
just,
name.
just mouth the name to me.
No, it was. I'll show you it on the phone right now. Yeah, they're all crash outs. They don't have a They don't even have a podcast.
Dude, they don't got a fucking Black Truth
Dude, I don't even
podcast.
think they even know how to make a podcast. But yeah, no, dude, yeah, I could tell it. That I think that's the main thing that irks me with
The honor roll kids.
with this podcast. It just reminds me of that. It reminds me of like people who consider themselves like highly intellectual. Like, come on, bro. Get Lefty Gunplay on this fucking podcast. I want you guys to talk to him.
Yeah, right.
But wait, hold on, let me finish the.
And like slur.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah, no. So what I want to say is that
Is that a cat?
yeah,
Oh, that's so cute. I take back everything I said about them.
the problem is that, or at least what I think, maybe they were more chill, like when they first started. But I think what happened is that they got like all the media attention and everything, and they were like, oh no, this is like we gotta be the Chicano or whatever podcast. So we're gonna have to push you back since basically what I'm trying to say is that they're media trained.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
So they were honor roll in high school.
No. What I'm saying is that maybe they were more chill when they first started the
No,
podcast.
that's what I was gonna say. They were honor
And
roll in high
then-
school, and then they were.
And then,
Oh fucking god, that bitch.
what I'm trying to say is that,
Bro, did I tell you that when okay, the other company I work for, I tried like obviously promoting them to her,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she just
yeah,
left
yeah.
me on fucking red,
yeah.
bitch.
Native Americans consider that a slur, or is it white people?
well,
So can you pause?
Well, that's
So okay, this is what makes me think that why Brazy's tapped in because obviously
'cause
he
he
knows
knows- yeah,
that
he
white
knows his
liberals.
outrage.
Yeah, so he's already like, damn, that brother. Hey, that brother knows some shit because he has to be like.
No. Also, I think he kind of had to reframe it for them to. He might be like on like that like, how do I say, on like that Bill Burr type shit or like Chappelle type shit where he has to rephrase it as being like
White liberals are offended by the
yeah.
N-word, basically.
Yeah, like a white liberal thing, where it's like, oh, these people who are offended over everything, even though they're, I don't know, they create.
They're not of that. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or like, oh, maybe it's that, or maybe he's trying to just connect to them and be like, because he did cut with this clip. He went like, okay, no, it's the white people. You're trying to say it's the white people that are offended over it.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
that's what I was gonna add on to, right?
That cat is adorable.
Hey, what's up, guys? We wanted to take a quick.
Yeah, but that was really it for the part. After this, this is what made me laugh when you first showed it to me. When he did the whole, this is when I knew he was media trained. He did the whole like paragraph stopping and trying to explain everything. I'm like, yeah, no.
Trying to explain the word redskin.
Yeah.
You talking about the people with red skin, right? The ones that go hey hey hey. The ones where Bugs Bunny was like 1 little, 2 little, 3 little engine, 3 4 little, 5 little, 6 little engine. That one, those people.
Yeah.
My
it's fun- I-
name is Standing Feet. I am an alcoholic. I beat my wife.
I think the true answer to this, the thing he that he was trying to say is that they're not actually outraged on it. They just know that. I'm talking about the Indians. They know that there's currency being outraged over certain
Donald Trump.
things. No, just like certain things that they know that there's currency and getting worked up over.
And he was getting hate. Did we mention that White Brazy was getting hate? For
No,
that?
we didn't mention. I think in the comments he no, he did say something else, right? I think for
They timestamp everything. They timestamp
no, I think
everything.
it's for the second reason why he got hate. Hold up. Oh yeah, this is why.
I just like asking questions.
No, I get you.
He's
wait,
noticing.
Can I ask you something?
What?
I'm not gonna say the full thing. How long do you think it is before he gets JQ'd?
I don't know. Like that's yeah. It's not really like the fact that you how long.
Because that's like the final. That's the final form.
What do you mean by JQ? Do you mean that?
Can I say it?
That they no. I know what you're trying to say, but what do you mean? Do you mean
That they control the They control.
No, what I'm trying to say is that are you trying to say when they get to the point where they know that Jewish people exist? 'Cause you know how there's people all white people are the same.
Yeah.
Are you trying to say that, or are you trying to say like they start taking like active stance and like you're on like some like I don't know, some like Myron Gaines?
No. I'm not saying he's gonna take it that far. Like, you know how Theo Vaughn and some comedians are like, oh, don't you think it's kind of funny that I don't even know the
bank owners.
Oh yeah, the bank owners.
Yeah.
Like, do you know that they control the media, Hollywood, the music industry? You don't like the flavor?
No, it's because the pill dissolved in it. It tastes bad with this. I can't finish the rest of it. Unless you want to pour me out some more.
If you get a real glass.
No, it'll taste good once I like water it out. I just need some more of it. Come on, don't. Keep on talking. Okay, that's good.
What was I saying? Do you like the flavor though? Yeah, I fucking love this flavor, especially on a hangover. But what was I gonna say? Oh, how long do you think it is until he's gonna realize? Because that took me a while, right? It took me what? Okay, from the time that I started realizing that liberals were bad, it was, I think, like 19. That's when I started realizing. And then by the time I fully went to that side, it was like, what, 22?
And how many years were they telling you? Probably 1 year.
Yeah, like a year probably. So, what, 19?
I mean, it's out there. We know.
Now it's mainstream. Now it's mainstream.
No, but this is a good way to segue.
Oh, yeah.
It's out there and it's getting shown to us on a freaking basis. With Ye.
And man, real quick, if you're, I'm gonna sound so cringy. I'm gonna sound real quick. I'm gonna sound cringy. If you're a masculine man, right? I know it's cringy to say, but you're not gonna believe what's being told to you by mainstream media, and obviously, Todo Chido is. Maybe they're not mainstream, but pawns of mainstream.
They want to get mainstream attention.
Yeah. So now that this information is out there, what should we call them, boys or the bank guys?
I think you could honestly.
Watto from Star Wars, his people. You know what I'm talking about.
Blue Ranger. I don't know. Something
like that. The Watto's people from Star Wars running the world, like that information is a lot more widely available to us now more than ever, especially with the advent of Candace Owens leaving.
No, I think Ye's the bigger catalyst.
Well, no, I was gonna say it started with her. No, or did it start with him? I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Talking about the Jews.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it.
Started with Ye. He's the one who blew it up.
Well, technically, it started with Nick.
Was he not the reason why you started tapping into it?
Well, yeah. But I couldn't remember when she left Daily Wire. That's what I'm trying to say.
She left Daily Wire
after he did the thing with Alex Jones, right?
Yeah, she left.
Okay. I got the timelines mixed up. Yeah, because that's what made me JQ'd. That's why I started JQing, because I'm like, okay. Let's just say Kanye West, right? He said, can I say it or no?
Yeah, just say it.
Okay, he said I like Hitler, right? So, I was thinking this at the time. Yeah, at the time, not right now. Obviously, I do like esoteric ideas, right? But when I first heard it, I'm like,
you just say you love people.
I love people. I just love everybody. Everybody brings value.
Yeah.
Everybody brings value.
Yeah.
Even the worst of us, right? So, when Ye said that, I'm like, well, yeah, that's fucking stupid. Why would you say some shit like that at the time, right? I'm like, why would you? You're a fucking idiot for saying that, right? But in the back of my mind, I was also thinking, well, why would they take away his fucking money? What? Excuse me. Why would they take everything away from him? Want to take his kids away from him? His money, his social media, right? But my threshold or my last straw was the fucking money. How are you gonna take somebody's fucking right to make money away, to provide for his family? Fuck the fans, providing for his family, right? How are you gonna take that away? And obviously, in recent time, he's gotten. When I say worse, I don't mean worse like.
He's been gotten more provocative.
He's gotten more provocative about the people in the music industry, right? And But from that point forward, I just became more and more and more and more like red pill, basically. Basically, I'm at the point where I want to live. I want to live in a neighborhood where there's only like one of me in another household. But getting into Ye's recent antics.
I mean, there's what was it, like the academics interview?
Yeah, that's really it.
That was the one where I feel like that was the best one since
Alex Jones.
The Alex Jones one. But I think it's funny that every time he does those interviews where he's just is like really aggressive, with his opinions, he always has to like wear a mask. I don't know. It kind of feels like it's that thing. It's like that thing where like, oh, like no one really cared until I put the mask on. I feel like
yeah, right.
There's something in him where it's like he can only really be himself or like say his true opinions when like, or it's kind of like when people on social media, you know, people always say like, oh, you wouldn't say that behind, on the internet. You only say it on the internet. You don't say it in real life. It's like, well, yeah, like. Sometimes you need like that like protection, I guess. And I guess for him wearing like a GIMP mask or wearing like a KKK mask.
It's a cappuccino. It's a cappuccino.
Yeah, whatever the one that the Spanish.
The Spanish priests wear.
Yeah, but I said this the first time where we defended Ye. I don't get what's like the outrage.
Oh, my Dogecoin went up, by the way, and my Pepe coin. I feel like throwing that into the show.
Pepe. Do you remember that when it was the Hillary Clinton thing?
No.
The Hillary Clinton rally and someone yelled out Pepe?
No. But back to Ye, sorry.
I don't understand why people are I don't understand I don't understand the people
like normies. You don't understand why normies hate him so much.
No, I do understand that because they're brainwashed by Disney and the Kardashian TV show that's on Hulu. I understand that part because they're like, oh, he's basically like the op. So we can't like him. But you gotta understand, like, Kanye West has the #1 male fan base to ever exist of all time.
Oh my God, yeah, right.
But a lot of them, they're kind of just like passive. They're just they see gay too and they're like, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is really. But I don't understand, like, they're being like Kanye fans who have like stayed like this. Maybe they're new maybe like they just started listening to Kanye like a month ago, and they're like, man, like they started listening to all his albums and everything, and then they go like, oh, let's see what the genius is saying online, and then he says something like fat bitches are
no, he says fat bitches are sex offenders.
Yeah.
I see a fat bitch and I'm sexually offended.
Yeah, I guess that's the only like way I could make it make sense, but yeah, I don't understand why. Well, again, when I saw that academics interview, like I was like thoroughly entertained. I was like, he's really good, but half of it was also just because it was more topical. Like he was talking about things that were like really affecting him and how they wanted to send him to another institution. You know the thing where his wife left him?
Yeah.
Because she was trying to get him committed or whatever.
He never should have gotten married again.
Well, he got married because Nick Fuentes told him that's what you should do. And he was so horny, he was like, I'm just going to marry this chick. That's probably a CIA asset. You know that conspiracy theory?
Yeah, I know about that.
Or the FBI or
she's a Mossad asset? No, I heard that she's a Mossad asset.
No, if anything, she's probably like a asset for the...
No, she's a Mossad asset, and the reason why he had her go naked to the Grammys was because she's like a handler, and he wanted to show that his handler can't actually handle him. That he's still gonna do what he wants.
No, because the first one when he broke.
That's a conspiracy that I heard.
No, when he split, I don't know about the Mossad part because there was already I think the first one he went out with, what's her name, Julia Fox. I think she might have been Mossad. But I don't know about. They're saying I think this recent one is more like Italian. I don't know. Because people are saying
she is Italian, but they're saying that
like if you translate her name's the white censors, so it's the white people trying to censor gay.
No, it's what it is that I think her dad.
Racist ideas, race baiting ideas, anti-Muslim, anti-immigrant, anti-women. All key
bitch, you fucking killed like 20 million Afghanis.
Hold up.
Racist ideology known as the alt-right. Now,
Oh my gosh! Shout out 2016. Hey buddy, could you silence your phone?
Sorry.
Do I have to bring the guy from Marcus Theater? To tell you to silence your phone?
No, sorry, my 18-year-old girlfriend's trying to get in contact with me right now.
I can't wait till we get a camera in this, bro. I'm gonna keep all the content up, but yeah, I don't know. That's it with Ye. I don't really think that. Well, he's still making content now. The only thing is like, the album has to come out in some official way, I think, and the album has to be good. It's weird because he's basically doing like 2 albums now. It's the
World War III and Bully
and World War III, and from what I understand, Bully is like what his fans want, or like what the people who like don't care about the controversy want to listen to. They just want to listen to good music, quote unquote good music, and then the World War III album is what we want to listen to. Yeah. Did you see those clips? The
oh my nigga, Nazi.
World War III Kanye. But you know, like he's cooking up the album. I don't know what happened. I think he had the album and then he just talking about World War III. I think he had the album and he just gave it to like Dave Blunt, and then something happened. I don't even know what happened. But Bully, I'm like, cause I think he said that Bully was gonna come out on one of the, I think his daughter's birthday or something like that. But like the version that we got was like a off version or whatever. But which one are you looking more forward to?
I'm looking forward to both. Anything Ye puts out, I just glaze.
I gave you 2 answers, and you're like, oh.
Okay, World War III. I'm a World War III because I'm a far right extremist.
Come on, man. See how are we gonna get an ABC? I need to get in the ABC, but I don't know. We've been far enough. I think you want one last thing to talk about.
So we've been talking a lot about Nick Fuentes throughout the pod. So the last
I just fuck Trent, or that's what you want to say, right?
I just want to talk about Trent Horn, basically.
Okay. Keep it. Okay, this is the challenge. You got to keep it under like 5 minutes. That's the challenge.
Give me a second. Fucking face cam. I feel like a cam girl.
Actually, no. Let's just watch like the first 30 seconds. Of,
Wait,
like, whatever.
No. Play that video that you sent me on Twitter. I think that sums it up the best.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's just master to you, boy. Sorry.
Got way too.
Willing to debate one of the instigators behind this virtual dog pile. And here's my answer. I'm not going to sit down and have a chat with someone who claims to be Catholic, but also viciously mocked my wife, accused her of wanting to have an affair, and
'cause she said it!
Crazy bitch. I've debated morally degenerate people, but none of them have ever attacked my family. So no, debating such a person would be a colossal waste of my time, and it would be a waste of anyone else's time to watch such an engagement. Some nonsense doesn't deserve to be debated. It only deserves to be refuted. Ephesians 5:10 through 11.
Shut the fuck up. If it's not from the Dewey Reams, I don't want to hear it. What a fucking faggot. I hate that nigga.
I don't know. I never watched him, but
No, I hate because he makes good videos about theology, so that makes me hate him even more.
Episode. Anything else, sweetheart?
that was weird.
Catch.
Oh my god.
Okay, not gonna lie, this doesn't look as bad, but when you saw I thought this was him like in college, like secret photo. You know how like there's those photos of like Barack Obama smoking marijuana?
Yeah.
And there is treated as like these hidden photos that no one's supposed to know about.
Or JD Vance with the communist.
Yeah, JD Vance in drag, or JD Vance with the communist shirt on. That's what I thought this was.
Hey, time for another episode.
when you get your butt plug turned on. I mean, okay, well, from what I get from him, he's just like a wife guy, and these wife guys they can't let it go. and they have to.
I don't like wife guys because like I feel like a lot of wife guys are like they get neutered.
I think what happens to them after they get married, they think way too much about. I mean, if you think about, that's why Ye's going hard right now because he can't really. He doesn't really have his family, and if you lose your family, then you can go hard in the paint. Or if you don't have
what?
Hard in the paint.
The paint, hard in the paint.
Yeah, you never heard that phrase before?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Look, you don't have to look it up. Just explain it. Look at this bitch. Look at the way she's looking at white.
Is it literally a Waka Flocka song?
Oh, I know that song.
I'm not gonna play because I might get copyright strike. Actually, no, because I could just take it out. Shout out AI.
This is a good, bro. I love drill music. I go hard than a motherfucker. Hey. Look at that bitch with her stomach hanging out.
I go hard in the
motherfucking line, nigga. Nigga, thank you, nigga.
I won't die for this shit or what the fuck I say. Front yard, broad day with the S. See Gucci, that's my motherfucker.